Hello folks, this is B Junior from B Junior's Movie Cave on the Endurance Productions YouTube channel, coming to you today with a Blu-ray double feature reviewage of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and Halloween H20 20 years later. That's right, dudes. There it is. This Blu-ray double feature today has been sent out by the wonderful folks at Echo Bridge Entertainment. There's a quick shot of the disc there. It's two movies on one Blu-ray disc. They've been putting out these Dimension Miramax titles for a while now. Well, they're actually just getting started over the last month. They've been putting them out. And I was lucky enough for them to send out a double feature today. I took in a viewing the other day of both of these films. It was nice to revisit these because I haven't visited these two particular Halloween films in a while. And it was kind of nice to go back and watch them again. Now let me just go ahead and say, going into this, before we get too far into the reviewage of both of these films and their picture quality, sound quality, that type of thing, that's the way I kind of base my Blu-ray reviews anyway. Some time ago I bought this Alliance release from Amazon Canada that had Halloween 6, H20, and Resurrection on the same Blu-ray disc. And that's about the same order how the picture quality and sound quality went on these. Go back and check out my old review on that, or even the unboxing if that's your thing. And it kind of went in that order. It went picture quality, went firstly to Halloween 6, then H20, and Resurrection didn't look good at all. I mean, that's just kind of the way, if I remember my reviewage right. But just know that this was a bare bones release. They were all released in anamorphic widescreen, of course. They had English 5:1 DTS master audio and 5:1 Dolby Digital, and a French language track on each one of these as well. Totally bare bone. No, not even trailers or anything of that nature. And everything was accessible from the same main menu, of course. Now, getting into the new releases that are coming out domestically here in the U.S. from Echo Bridge Entertainment, they're not putting them in a triple feature format like that, and that's not anything to its discredit because quite frankly, Resurrection has never been my favorite in the Halloween series for that matter. So if I was to go out and buy this off the shelf, guys, I'd probably only be looking for these two films. And as I've always said, I'm a fan of double features. They go nice and neat. There's the spine for you for your viewing pleasure. They go nice and neat on the shelf in one package. You don't have to take up a whole lot of room, extra room, buying individual titles. I do understand from Echo Bridge's website, both of these titles are going to be put out in single format as well, so if you just want one or the other, you can buy them that way too. Let me get kind of into the Blu-ray reviewage of it today, and that's why you guys are probably tuning in, because everybody's wanting to know how these Echo Bridge ones look and everything and sound. Let's start with Halloween 6, or Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. This is, of course, a theatrical cut from 1995, 88 minutes long, full high definition 1080, with 16 by 9, 1781 to ratio for the widescreen transfer. Basically, you know, I'm not really going to go over the story of Halloween, these Halloween movies. I'm going to pinpoint mainly the picture quality and sound quality. Picture quality for Halloween 6 looked really good. I really enjoyed it. I got to say, it's probably one small step up from the old Alliance release from about a year ago that I picked up. That release was even fine as well. I mean, this one was, it just seemed to be a little bit crisper. I don't know why, but I studied them both. I put both discs in and studied them a little bit from similar scenes. And I've got to say that in terms of picture quality, the crown jewel or the World Wrestling belt goes to Halloween 6 on that one on the Echo Bridge disc because, I don't know, it just looked crisper around the edges. I'm not just saying that because this came out as a screener to me or anything, guys. I'm giving you an honest, objective opinion on this. Basically, Halloween 6, it looked great on both discs, but this disc right here looked a little bit better. But now, like I said, there's pros and cons to every situation. One thing I noticed right away, that the Echo Bridge disc, albeit it sounded great, it's only an English 2.0 stereo soundtrack. The Alliance release from before from Canada had I believe it sports both the 5.1 DTS HD and the 5.1 Dolby Digital audio on all three films. This one only had the 2.0 stereo. So there again, it sounded great on my sound system. It sounded clear. It sounded vibrant. The bass was all there. The lightning, because there's a lot of lightning effects And I never really noticed it till this rewatching of Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. There's a lot of lightning effects at nighttime and stuff. They really sounded good in the movie. Sound effects were good. For a meat and potatoes kind of release and the budget price of the Echo Bridge discs that are coming out, I don't think it's that bad of a transfer, even if you just buy the individual disc, from that standpoint. If you don't have it in your collection already, or if you don't want to spend extra coin and get the triple feature, I would probably just, pick this one up instead. Just know going into it, it does not have the 5.1 surround sound. And that is kind of a con to most movie nuts out there. But in terms of price and enjoyment and double feature disc, there's your pro to the situation as well. And the picture quality is good on it. So there again, that's your picture quality and sound quality of Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Of course, we all know the story behind that. It's been plagued with re-edits and recuts and all that stuff. There is a producer's cut floating around the internet out there and stuff. If you want to pick that one up, just as a side note, guys, if you want to get the producer's cut of Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, I'm all for it. I'm not going to advocate any bootlegs or anything like that, but if you have the means to watch it at a convention or something like that, go ahead and give it a viewing for informational purposes. Now, the music score is not included on most of those prints that come out from that re-edit or whatever, but if you want to know the way they were going pretty much with the story originally, check that out whenever you have time. Me personally, when it comes to Halloween 6, I've always been a fan of the theatrical cut. It just seems to flow better, and you get you in and out in 90 minutes, so I don't know, that's just me. Let's move on. Let's move into Halloween H20 20 years later. Now, there again, a meat and potatoes presentation, no special features. Both of these films are accessed from the same main menu. You can get to either one of them relatively user-friendly, so you don't have to worry about that. 85 minutes long from 1998, 16 by 9, 1781 ratio widescreen, full high definition 1080p, audio 2.0 stereo. Now overall, the picture quality seal of approval does get it from me on this one as well. It was like watching, H2O on the Alliance release gets it done. It looks pretty good. But I thought the picture quality on this one just looked better. I don't know why or how. I compared them both discs, putting them in, checking them out in similar scenes and all that. I just thought that both of these looked a step up in picture quality. I don't know if they just refined them, cleaned them up a little bit. I don't know if there was any DNR placement in there or not. Don't quote me on that. But that's digital noise reduction, by the way. There again, that's the pro to the situation, and it's budget priced, and you can get them in a double feature if you don't already have them in your collection. The cons to the situation, it's a 1781 ratio, which is going to fill up your total screen on the old widescreen back there. Now, I got to thinking about it when I was watching this movie. I didn't notice it till I was about done watching H2O, and I wanted to compare it to my DVD. I got the DVD off the shelf, and then I got the other Blu-ray out, and I started looking at the specs on the back. I believe H2O was shot in the super widescreen, the 2:3:5:1 ratio, where it's got the little black bars on top and bottom on your widescreen TV because it's the super wide. It's the best way I can explain it. For whatever reason, it's been reframed or whatever to fill up your widescreen TV in a like a 1:8:5 or 1:7:8:1 ratio. It's not going to take away anything from the viewing experience. Personally, I like it whenever it fills up the widescreen. The black bars don't bother me either. I've trained my eyes to accept widescreens now. I'm totally out of the full screen world unless it just has to be watched in full screen. So there again, just a minor con to the situation. It's not anything, like I said before, is going to take away from the viewing experience of the film. Pardon me. But the audio there again, questionably enough, is an English 2.0 stereo track on this one, just like a Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. And again, on the other prior release here, I'm not sure about the old DVD release. It was released in a 5.1 surround sound mix that's pretty much become a common thing. There again, the pro to the sound on H2O is that it's clean. It sounds good. The bass is good in the sound. It looks a little bit crisper too. I don't know what they've done to these two films, but they look good. I guess the best way to sum it up, and that's kind of your rundown on H2O, and it can be bought separately as well. Kind of to sum them both up, you don't already have these in your collection, guys, and you're looking to add these to your Halloween collection in a high def format, in terms of price and double feature, saving room on the shelf, and getting the job done, you can't do any worse. But now, if you're an uber movie nut and you've got to have surround sound in everything that you buy, you may want to pass this one up and go get the Alliance release in terms of sound. There again, I'm more of a just kind of a get it done kind of guy. You know me, I'm an El Cheapo kind of guy. So, I don't know, guys. That's where I kind of come out on this one. I give it the picture quality seal of approval on both films. Sound quality is going to get about 3 out of 5 stars. It's clean, it gets the job done, but it's not a surround sound track. So, I say, go with your gut on this one, guys. And just keep in mind, too, it's a good way to pick them both up, and it won't break your bank too bad. I say that's where I come out. If you haven't already added them to the collection, guys, and you want to save some money and you just want to get these two in a Blu-ray format that gets the job done, meat and potatoes, no special features or anything like that, you can't do any wrong on this one. But if you want special editions or something of that nature, you may want to stick with your Blu-ray DVD special editions if you've ever picked up. I don't think Halloween 6 has ever had a special edition. It may never will, but I think Halloween H20 on DVD's got some special features, behind the scenes featurettes, that kind of thing. So anyway, I think you could do worse, but like I say, you couldn't. I mean, for the price involved, guys, I say pick them up. If you're a Halloween nut and you want to get them on Blu-ray for cheap, go for it. This has been your Blu-ray reviewage rundown on the Miramax double feature of Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, H20 20 years later. Rock on, my brethren.